0. Look.
For sure. What up? What up? What it do? What it is? Episode 4, the Blitz pickup. You already know. Let me add these boys to the stage, man. We're gonna have a healthy debate out here. You know what we're talking about? We're talking about the 53 man, all these cuts, any surprises, any I told you so's. Tony, talk to me. Lewis, talk to me. Was good.
Yo, what's good? What's good, man?
What's good?
How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling today?
Yeah, we ready.
Hey, I'm start early. Hey, Lewis, do this mean was I right about Cam Smith? How we feeling now?
Oh,
I'm asking for a friend. I just want to know.
Hold on. Let me clarify something. Let me clarify because I played hooky on the last episode because I was doing some shit. Well, y'all talking about Cam Smith because the last time I heard of Cam Smith, he forgot him on the roster in general.
I didn't forget him at all. I just told him no. Yeah, I didn't forget
Lewis,
him. Hey,
bro.
Hey, so we're gonna go back and pull that clip up because you know we could do that, right?
You know that man didn't have Cam Smith on his 50.
I didn't.
He sure didn't.
I
didn't have him anywhere.
So that means
he forgot.
That means I was right. No. When Lewis said, to my credit, to my defense, I thought Tony had him. I said no, I ain't meant to Cam Smith because of injuries. And then you, Alex, said they're not
Lewis.
Round pick.
Hold on, Lewis.
Got him. We fucking got him.
You stuck.
For real. I ain't even gonna hold you for real.
So we want to play with new toys, right?
Stop the cap.
Yo, man, that's crazy. Yeah, man, what y'all think? I mean, obviously we had, some common sense moves go down, but obviously we got, 2 UDFAs that obviously, were on the 53, which is, Storm Duck, and I know a lot of people actually, liked him. He was making plays out there, and the backup center, I forget his name. I'm blanking out right now. I'm gonna pull it up now. But so those are 2. But what do you think about the 53, Tony? As far as how you see it now?
A couple of surprises. Hey, but listen, pull up. Did you get the so we could put it up so everybody can see it while we doing?
Yeah, give me a second. I got you right now.
Try to do the one with the offense and the defense.
For
but
sure.
I'm being honest with you. I think the most noticeable one was only carrying 4 receivers. You know what I mean? That was, that's shocked. I think everybody was surprised about that. The minimum, and Lewis could attest to this last episode, I was saying that we was cool with 5, but that's because we had Easy E added in there. But I mean 4, bro. And I'm like, whoa, 4 of them. Also, bro, 6 safeties. 6 safeties.
I mean, we talking about some multifaceted dudes there. I mean, at safety, because you got 5.
Pull the offense up big.
I got you.
Yeah,
that's probably the best right there. So, anyways, so you got it right there. So you got it. Obviously, there's no surprise at quarterback. Well, actually, you know what? We
had 3 quarterbacks. 3 quarterbacks.
I know last year we had 3, and people were up in arms. They had the Skylers, they had the Mike White people. But I mean, whatever.
I want to say this though. I ain't gonna lie. One more surprise, bruh. Jeff Wilson survived another season, bro.
Hey, listen, he's
another season, bro.
He's becoming Miles Gaskin in the sense of I don't know how he makes it.
Like I get it. Maybe Chris Brook was that injured, but really, Jeff Wilson, they should have kept 3 running backs and 4 receivers.
I don't even think, Tony, to be honest, I don't even think that it was Chris Brooks was that injured. I just think, and I think it was Alex that mentioned it on the first episode. Mike McDaniel and them and Jeff Wilson Jr., bro, they're like best friends, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
They got a relationship and stuff. And again, I'm just saying, are we building our roster off of friendships? Is that what we're doing?
That's what it seems like. I don't really like this, man. I'm gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna be. Let me see.
I know they go back to San Fran, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if we could have kept a versatile dude like Nick Needham, or maybe it was just time to go already. You know what I'm saying? Or we probably could have kept, obviously more depth in the corner spot, like Isaiah Johnson. He's a good project. He had a pretty good camp, and I mean, he didn't look too bad. But obviously, I mean, it pays to have relationships, right? I mean, it's obvious.
It seems like, bro, like, man. I don't know. Any surprise for you, Lewis? Because
Yeah, my surprise is Tanner effing Connor. Like, what are we?
I told
like,
you. Was I right about that one too? I
like,
might start have to. Yeah, all right.
Like,
Yo,
bro,
he could have waited 2 days outside of the building, and he would have been in the practice squad. I don't know what we're doing, but
that's what I'm
he could have just chilled right there in the parking lot.
It's like some of the names, and I know we're gonna, during the show we'll get into more of, the 53-man roster. But when I look at some of the names that were left off, right, and then some of the guys that are on, the Tanner Connors of the world stick out to me. When you go to the defensive line, I got one as well that it's like, why is this dude on here? When some of the dudes that we cut should have been, in my opinion, should have been on there. So, but yeah, just specifically on the offense, bro, Tanner Connors is a head scratcher. To your point, Tony, Jeff Wilson Jr. That is
Jeff Wilson was crazy.
that's crazy. Like, yeah, bro. It's I don't know, bro.
What
I don't like.
Look at let's check the offensive line
up right here.
The offensive line, you think they pretty much got it? I think the only surprise for me, let me double check, is Andrew Myers. That's the only. I mean, everyone.
That's else, the backup, right?
Yeah, everyone else I pretty much had. Why you took it down? I pretty much had everyone else.
Something up here for you.
Okay, so I believe, to me, that was my only surprise. I'm like, for offensive line, I think they pretty much nailed that. After my initial 53-man roster, when I saw Mike White, like after the Tampa Bay, let's be real. I said it last episode. I think that man got cut 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. I'm sorry. It never been done.
Who's that?
Mike White. He was horrible.
Mike White, for sure.
Yeah. It was 11 minutes to go, and they get him out of here. So I changed my initial mindset on that as far as how many quarterbacks I would go. Cool, we're going to get the. I'm cool with 2 of them. You know what I mean? And maybe that would have made room to keep a Bolton on there. What's his first name again? Lewis, no.
Curtis. Yeah, Curtis Bolton.
I thought they were going to use that to probably slide in a person like Curtis Bolton on there. That's what my thought process. But to see that and then look, they like 4 receivers and nothing. But like to me, those 2 and maybe 3 slots I don't think we kept. Well, one of them stormed up. I'm glad stormed up got on. He had an excellent training camp. He looked good in pretty much every preseason game. He did give up a play here or there in the final one in Tampa. But everybody, I'm quite sure everyone who watched him and watched all 3 preseason games were really impressed of his play. Right? They were impressed by his the way he was playing on the field. So that was I'm not mad about that pick. I mean, that addition to the 53-man. But, I mean, Curtis Bolton, you couldn't do better than this. Who the D tackle they caught? They kept Harris, right? Instead?
Jonathan Harris.
Yeah,
they took really? Gallimore. They caught Leonard Payne.
And Gallimore,
Gallimore, that was a surprise because a lot of people were saying good things about him. But, Leonard Payne, he had a very first strong game. He kind of, looked pedestrian after that. But, I mean – it's. I think they got caught up in a numbers game, though, if you think about it, because that D line, you can only keep so many people. Because remember, if you add one guy to that group, who else are you cutting from the next? You know what I'm saying? So it becomes a numbers game at the end of the day. But I got the full cut list right here. If you want me to share that, but I got that too. But you know what?
You want to go through
what?
To see who we were surprised about? That's right.
I mean, the only one I want to hear from real quick is Lewis, because I know. a couple weeks ago, I know on the space, and everybody was talking and everything. And one thing that Lewis said about Eazy-E was he's a different type of receiver that we don't have. And he ended up getting cut. Obviously the dude can't stay healthy, but I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be a hot commodity. Obviously, I mean, he's nothing. He hasn't showed anything to anybody to really want him. But I mean, Lewis, is that somebody that surprised you for the simple fact that he's just a different type of receiver, or are you like, bro, it's straight? We're gonna be all right anyway. I mean, it is what it is.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, Alex. I'm a little upset with Eazy-E. Now, I've already heard rumblings. I guess there was another podcast, I think Omar Kelly, to be specific, and he was up there earlier saying that I guess the word around the building is if he clears waivers, Eazy-E is like one of those players that they would put back on the practice squad. But when I hear that, right, like if that's the case, why even cut him? Like why risk the chance of someone coming to get him? Because Alex, again, you're spot on, bro. When I look at the room, and I think I heard it earlier, the tallest receiver in the room now, I believe, is Jalen Waddle, and he's 5'11".
Yeah.
That's the tallest receiver we have in the room, and we only have 4 of them healthy. Like, what is the plan here, bro? that was, for me, I don't like the move of cutting Eazy-E. He would have made this fit. Again, I'll stay on it. Tanner Connor. If those were, let's say it came down to Tanner Connor or Eazy-E, yeah, for me, I'm keeping Eazy-E, and yeah, I'm riding with 3 tight ends. Right? Like, what has Tanner Connor done? If the argument is, well, Eazy-E hasn't done nothing and he's injury prone, okay, cool. Show me where the hell Tanner Connor has done nothing and he's injury prone. So, like, what are we talking about here?
And I believe Tanner Connor is injured right now too, as well, isn't he?
He is. He didn't play the last game. I think he got I don't know if it was concussion or what it was. But yeah, he was out the last game. So I mean, yeah, he made that, that wide open catch, ran down the sideline. Obviously, he's fast as hell. But I mean, I agree. We just haven't seen anything to be like, oh, you got to keep that guy 100%. You know what I'm saying? But then again, that's another one of McDaniel's guys that I guess, that relationship, I mean, obviously, goes a long way because if I'm not mistaken, that Eazy-E pick was a Wes Welker pick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he gave him some time, but the dude just couldn't stay healthy. But I mean, yeah, like the dude has raw talent, just this healthy thing, man. And it's going to be every year. There's going to be somebody that's not healthy. It's just you hate to see the same people. Same thing for Cam Smith. You hate to see that he's injured again. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of getting a little redundant because obviously we want these guys to play. But I don't know, Tony, was there anybody that surprised you at all or no?
Well, on offense or defense?
Either. It don't matter. I mean, made it or even that got cut. Like, is there anybody that you were like, I know White Lightning made it, so I know you don't care about nobody else.
I'm going to say that. You feel me? Hey.
I know he don't care. I know he
already went on Fanatics. Baby.
I know he already went on Fanatics.
But before I do that, Alex, let's show some love. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. We got, 29 live right now?
Yeah, for sure. Salute to y'all, man.
Timothy. E in the building. Shout out, E. My boy Abel shot. Hey, Abel, 2 times in a row. Shout out. Jess. Yep. Shout out to Jess.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out, man. Y'all boys here. Red, White, and Bills. He always here. Jose Valdez was the first one here again. So shout out to you, my brother. Calling us out for being late. But hey, listen, what you want? We weren't late this time. We just pushed the show back. But yeah, so be honest with you, like I, White Lightning, like I was. Hey, hold on. I'm glad you said that. This 2 years in a row, right? Y'all listen to these beat writers and all these, and I'm going out there and I'm like, I don't see what they're talking about, right? And I'm like, bro, White Lightning, bro. I'm telling you, the man is showing up. You get what I'm saying? Game in, game out. And then let me pop my collar because nobody was talking like how I was talking when I was out there, and I said, Channing Tindall, bro. Channing Tindall, he made it. I'm telling y'all, bro. Every time I go out there, I'm like, bro, I'm looking at how they're using them. They're using them second and third string reps. You get what I'm saying? He's out there making plays. He always around the ball. I keep trying to like they're just showing y'all I guess the obvious to get the clips, but I'm giving you the real when I'm watching out there. Like, bro, I'm looking at who's actually popping out on the screen, and you have to really pop out on defense, especially in joint practice because they're on the far field. Alex can attest to that. So that's 2 times. It's 2 years in a row. Last year I told y'all it was Craig Craft over Chosen One. This time I told y'all Shannon Tindall was gonna make it, and one more that I think I had on my 53 roster. Most of y'all didn't have, which was damn, how didn't his name get me? The other rookie we got Mo Camara. Mo Camara. I told y'all.
He wasn't going nowhere, bro. He was a fifth.
They thought I'm waiting for certain people to put up because I was told.
Hey,
they gonna stash him. They gonna stash him. That's what I was told.
Hey, Tony and Alex, y'all say y'all like to play with new toys, right?
No, I don't know about no new toys. I don't know about that.
Well,
before you do that,
Paul,
shout out to you, Paul, bro.
We're pausing now. Y'all talked about playing with the toys first, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Hey,
you know
what? Hey, you gonna pause after that, or what we doing?
Finish the sentence.
I'm just trying to say, can you hit one of those new things that we got for this? What is this right here? Who's this?
Well, where you at? Who? I have no idea who that guy is, bro. No idea. But he looked like a dude that reminded me that told me that Mo Camara was gonna get stashed. But I don't know. I'm here for all the smoke today. All the smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you guys a question because I heard Alex bring up a surprise cut, and we haven't mentioned this name yet. And he's kind of a veteran, not real old, but a veteran for our team nonetheless. Nick Needham, bro. Was anybody shocked with the Nick Needham move?
I was. Remember when Nick Needham was on my initial 53-man roster?
I think
that was surprised. I was hurt for that, man. You hurt me with that, Mike.
I think the reason they let him go, bro, is because that experiment was just so far gone at this point. I like Nick Needham. I like 40. Hey, man, he's another one that just gonna stay healthy. But honestly, I think Patrick McMorris, the way they were training him to be versatile. Patrick McMorris I know that was a guy that they banged on the table for Mike McDaniel did. So, once again, he picked one of his guys. But Nick Needham, man, for the real fans, he was a fan favorite. For the media, he was a favorite too. And, who knows, man? Maybe he makes it back to the practice squad. But, that dude, when they threw him outside, he swam. When they put him inside in his nickel spot, he did his thing. And we thought we were going to see him a little bit in safety. But, sometimes, bro, like I said, I think it's just a numbers game.
We'll see.
But that does suck.
What's up, Stress 5, Bam? I see you. Oh, Lord. Ernesto, shout out. Another one of my brothers. One of the ones that helped me with this here. My brother in the building. Shout out. But yeah, bro, Nick Needham, I thought they were going to keep it for versatility. Another one that surprised me and that survived another season, Duke Riley.
Oh, my God, I forgot that motherfucker, bro.
Like, you don't want to replace him with Curtis Bolton?
Or Zeke Vandenberg?
Vandenberg, I'll take Bolton over Vandenberg, but I get you, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I guess, is he one of Mike McDaniel guys, or is this, what we doing? I know he's good on special teams.
We know he can't tackle.
Good in coverage, but I'll just, you know what? Hold on. Go to the defense. Hold on, let me put this up. I got it.
What? Something. The cuts?
Linebackers, hold on. Oh, he made it. Okay. I ain't Anthony Walker Jr. The dude ain't practiced all training camp. And he's on.
He was going to make the team.
I know, but I thought maybe he was injured, so maybe he would have started on the pup or the
Oh, okay, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? He's been injured I thought he was been in the same lines of OBJ. Because we see him. He was shirts and shorts. He was just like us most of the time.
That's
or he put the jersey on with a hat on. So I'm surprised. I had to how we feeling about Storm Duck? Is that a surprise? Y'all was expecting that, or
Storm Duck, man? I'm not gonna tell you that it was somebody, in my opinion, that it was like, somebody that was for sure gonna make it. I think with him, bro, like you could tell that he was playing 100%. Every single time he was going out there, he was making plays, diving all over the place, hustling on special teams. Remember, we need these dudes to run down there too. You know what I'm saying? We need these dudes to run down there and make those tackles. And that's something that he was doing. So I think with him, man, it was that hustle. And I know Anthony Walker likes his dudes to hustle. Sorry, Anthony Weaver likes his dudes to hustle. So yeah, it is a surprise because he's a UDFA, but sometimes, hey, that heart sticks out, man, and they prevail.
That question, y'all think that could have something to do with why Tanner made the roster? If he
I don't.
What's that?
I don't. But if it did, I don't like that move anyway. I'm sorry. If you're again, I'm going to bet on Eric Izakama's upside over Tanner Connor. I'm sorry.
On it. Yeah.
Like,
hey, yeah,
that for me,
it should be in your link. Check your DMs, my brother.
Who?
Go ahead. My bad, Lewis. Go ahead.
No, well, I'm just saying, bro. Like, again, if it could be a possibility, right? Like, to Bam's point, it could be, but for me, I don't like it if it is. Like, nah, bro. You had again, we seen Tanner Connor in one preseason game. He caught a pass where he was wide open. Like, congratulations, bro. If I'm gonna take a chance on, because both Easy E and Tanner Connor have both been injured, right? Where we've seen them the most is the preseason. I'll just ask even in the preseason, who's played better? It's Easy E. Like, Easy E has shown even like more. So again, bro, it's shocking to me how Tanner Connor is on this roster. It really is. I don't understand it. Just is what it is. I wouldn't have had Tanner Connor on this team. I'm sorry.
All right. Shout out Mo. Mo is in the building. Where you been at, Mo? In the building.
Good, Mo.
What is? All right. So this is what I want to talk about right here. Let me see.
What's that?
Go back to defense. Go back to defense for me. What this do?
Again, the Neville Gallimore or Gillimore for me too as well. Like, again, I would have kept Neville instead of Jonathan Harris on that defensive line. I'm sorry.
Hey, Lewis or Alex, try to send EM the link. He's saying he's not getting mine. So
yeah,
the biggest, the biggest. If we go back to defense, right? I think the biggest surprise that we all is our boy Blake Ferguson. They make the cut, bro. That's what we doing. They cutting Blake, bro.
I told you. I think that was a guaranteed contract kind of thing.
Bro.
Yeah, I think again.
That's what we doing.
Well, he's clearing waivers though, bro. Ain't nobody trying to pick up long snapper.
He signed for 3 years, $4 million. Greer being a pimp, he cutting him so he can sign him again, and he don't got to guarantee him. That's all it is.
Right? Yeah. They'll re-sign him. He'll get the league minimum 1.2 something million, and you'll save about $3 million, $2.5 million, $3 million. So I'm not really worried about that.
Facts.
And hell, at the end of the day, bro, listen, Liam for long snapper, goddammit. I'm here for it.
Make him do everything. If you're gonna be on the team, you got to make him do everything.
That's crazy. You just hate Liam that much that you want to get rid of.
Hey man, no, I don't hate Liam. I think Liam is a jack of all trades, man. Guard, center, long snapper.
All right. So you're gonna put him there. So you just want. I said we should possibly just let him focus on. Well, not even possibly. We should just let him focus on one position, dog. Like, stop moving him around. Let him focus on one position. Master that craft. And just expect or hope for the best, bro. But to keep flip-flopping him back and forth right now, all we looking for them to get a legitimate backup center. Is this something that we looking for?
Hey, what's good, man? This is my brother right here. Tony's
Shake
talking
Money.
About, there's people for Tony in the chat. Let me Shake Money is my God, man. That's my brother, man. Shout out.
I ain't even mentioned none of that today. You know what I'm saying? I'm just shouting people out in the chat. That's all I'm doing. I'm doing Alex job today. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hey, another.
Hey, Yo, hey
another
Lewis,
guy
I'm
I
gonna
haven't seen.
sign off, and let him do his thing.
Yeah, right. Hey, another one of my guys, man, Q, man. He's a loyal listener. Comes around all the panels, man. Shout out
Oh
to the
yeah, shout
homie
out
Q,
Q.
man.
So
Yeah.
shout
For
out to
real.
Q, man.
Shout out to Q.
So that
Shout out
being
Q.
said, this 53, right? Obviously, if we're gonna let go of anybody, it's gonna be for an interior offensive lineman. Can we agree on that, or is there something like maybe a veteran receiver? What do you guys think?
Right now,
Well,
I think immediately. Well, you want to go ahead, Luke? Go.
no. Go ahead, Tony. My
I
fault.
think
Go ahead.
immediately, if we're not getting a center or another guard, it has to be receiver, bro. Like four, you going in the season with 4 receivers? We're not doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I get it. They were working H10. All right, they were working H10 out at receiver. Running routes and stuff like that. Possibly Tanner Connor. Like what you gonna put him at receiver? Like he's always injured. Like I don't get that. And what we doing in the return game? This is what these are the questions that I have.
League Washington, baby.
Okay, so he's running double duties. Like he's vital to this team now because we're staying at receiver. Yesterday last episode I said I'm cool with 5, right? Because you add the Jonnu Smith in the mix. Do this mean we're running a lot of 12 personnel?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
It should mean that.
Don Smythe and Jonnu. I was trying to put people up on game. You know what I'm saying? That Don Smythe, he already proved himself. Jonnu needed to get the more reps and stuff to get acclimated to the offense. So I don't know. Are we looking at possibly more 12 personnel? Get more of your offensive weapons. I mean, because we need somebody to attack those seams. You know what I'm saying? That is a threat there.
I agree.
Yeah, so I see the vision, but I'm just we've been. I mean, knock on wood. You don't want to risk injuries on nobody. You hope everybody get through the season healthy. But let's be real. We got to be realistic here. There's no team that ever went through the entire season without facing any injuries. So they're coming. What position we don't know. So hopefully they're looking. I mean, do we see anybody out there in that's been cut? That we like, okay, let's bring them in now. I know you mentioned one to me, Lewis, the guy you mentioned to me.
Yeah. I will bring him up now. But you know what's crazy? Now we're talking about people that should be cut. I think we should cut, and I could probably show you better than I can tell you, right? So let me bring up one of our guests, right?
Hold on. Before you finish,
I believe
hold on,
Lewis.
Let me do this.
I believe
we
should
real
cut
quick.
EM. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go.
Hey, Lewis, let me do this. Hey, look, shout out Red, White, and Bills, 3 subs away from 200 already. Hey, y'all make that happen before we get off. If we get to 200 in 4 episodes, bro, shout out to everybody in the chat, man.
Is that
what
we doing? Is that what we're doing? Okay, that's real cute, gentlemen. That's real cute.
Yeah, bring it up.
Who? Oh damn! Oh, they brought up. Oh shit! Y'all doing it real big tonight. I see. Y'all going all in tonight. I see. All right, that's cool. Bet. Let it be known then.
My brother, how you feeling today? But hey, how you feeling today, man?
Man, hey, bro, I'm good. Hey, first off, salute to y'all, man. Man, really, I'm just now really starting to kind of dig into who was cut, who was kept, that kind of thing. I ain't really had a chance really throughout the day to really sit and just monitor everything. But yeah, man, I'm in a good place right now with the roster. I'm comfortable with the moves that they made. I think the biggest surprise for me was I heard Lewis, he kind of alluded to this, a couple minutes ago. But the Eric Zakama dismissal, that to me was kind of like maybe the biggest surprise today. Because I thought with the he came on, at the end of the last 2 games of the preseason, the first 2 games of the preseason, and he had it looked like he had really kind of got his feet underneath him, and he had a couple strong performances, and I thought for sure that he was gonna he was going to be on the initial 53. I mean, he has a dimension, he has a profile that they just don't have: height, weight, speed. They don't have anybody with his dimensions that are currently on the roster. So, but other than that, man, I'm comfortable. I'm glad to hear we had 3 UDFAs make the roster, right? Patrick McMorris, Storm Duck. Is it storm season, gentlemen? Is it storm season?
Hey,
So
listen,
it looks like it is, fellas.
Storm season. Yeah.
So and also I forget the center's name.
Yeah, I got it here somewhere.
Hardy, I believe his name is. Is it Hardy? But yeah, man, I'm comfortable overall. I saw that Channing Tindall, my boy, my guy. A lot of people kind of, was leaning toward riding him off a little bit, throughout this process. But good to see him rebound, had a strong offseason and strong training camp, and to see him on the roster. And man, Anthony Walker, bro, like,
that's a surprise. Yeah.
Yeah, we hadn't seen him. He must have made a hell of an impression on them, right? Because we've seen, he's been on the back of a milk carton for 95% of training camp, and he must have made an impression when he had an opportunity. So he's a veteran. You know what you're getting in him. He's been a starter level player throughout his career. So I'm just gonna lean on I'm just going to, I'm going to trust the coaches and I'm going to trust Anthony Weaver. So, but other than that, man, I'm comfortable where we are.
We got some breaking news, EM, real quick. Not trying to cut you off, but the chat is informing us again, a very new channel, right? And we definitely appreciate the support. We have just now went over the 200 subscriber mark. So we appreciate you guys.
Oh, that's what's up,
man. The chat is always undefeated, baby.
That's love, man.
Salute to the chat, baby. Salute to everybody.
I say it every time, man. The chat is undefeated. Shout out to the chat.
Always
looking out, man. Always spreading the love, man. I appreciate that. 200. I'm sure I can speak for everybody to say up here, man. As long as we've been around for 4 episodes already, at 200, that's big, man. So you know what I'm saying. Obviously, let's double that, in the next coming weeks and just keep it going, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, loving that momentum.
Now, one of the guys, me and Tony were kind of chopping it up a little bit earlier. There's a guy that became available that is a little intriguing to me. Used to be a former Cowboy, played for Houston last year, and he was balling. Now, I believe he got hurt, I think midway through the season. I'm not sure if he returned to the Houston Texan roster. But Noah Brown, bro, got released today from the Houston Texans. Is that a possibility? Would you guys be inquiring on a guy like Noah Brown?
I think everything is on the table, bro. Like, the Dolphins cannot be sitting pat with what they have at wide receiver right now. I think they have something up their sleeve. There's definitely something coming down the pipeline. So I think all options are on the table, and we should be. I'm sure they're in the process of just monitoring, scouring the waiver wire to see who was cut and to see if they can pick up a few acorns here and there. But yeah, I think all options on the table. They should, because they're razor thin at that position right now.
Yeah, one injury and it's not going to look good, man. Obviously, knocking on wood that don't happen, but yeah, we need to do something quick.
You got to be realistic. Hey, check text message, Alex.
And especially that Odell is on. We won't see him for the first 4 weeks. So yeah, you would think a move is coming somewhere. Move is to be made here sooner rather than later. So.
J.R. Black. I was thinking about Terrence Marshall as well.
I saw that too. That's an intriguing player.
6'3", 220, runs a 4.4, bro. So
he's very intriguing. So yeah, a move is coming. I'm comfortable in saying that sooner rather than later. I just don't. There's no way the Dolphins, I think, could, especially considering the injury history with all of them, especially recently. Waddle, obviously, Tyreek, So, yeah, I think I'm comfortable in saying there's a move coming somewhere sooner rather than later.
Let me see here.
Yeah, man.
Let me see something.
EM, what did you think about the cut of Neville Gallimore, bro?
Oh well, it's a little disappointing for me, but because I thought that in terms of like the players that they brought in, I thought he might had like maybe the highest ceiling, especially from an athletic standpoint. But he flashed a lot. I felt like in the preseason, but the knock on him was we know he's athletic, we know he can rush the passer, but could he be of a point of attack defender? Meaning, can he hold up in the run game? And it's just been, even when he was at Dallas, it's just been too inconsistent. And I think he was relatively inconsistent in that area, um, throughout training camp. So that might have contributed to his, to him being, dismissed. But I think he's definitely. I think there's a lot of interest there. I think from a Dolphins perspective, and I think he's a prime candidate to be placed on a practice squad if he clears waivers. So I'm willing to definitely continue that investment in that player.
Hey, Tony, shout out to I see the guy in the chat now. Shout out to I believe this is Big Mark from Twitter. So some of the Twitter guys also coming down here.
Oh, that's Big Mark.
Side.
Hey, Big Mark,
Big
shout
Mark.
out,
Big
yes,
Mark,
sir.
shout out, homie. Yeah, because I see the comment, and I know me and Mark were talking about Nick Needham the other day, bro. So yeah, Big Mark, they got him, bro. So I kind of had an inkling about it, but again, shout out Big Mark for coming through to the YouTube side, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I will say Needham. A little disappointing, but I can't say that I'm surprised. Needham. He big fan since we got him in 2019. We all know that. Like, people been around long enough know. I was on Nick Needham even before that draft process. I wanted the Dolphins to take a flyer on him, but they ultimately did, and so I've been following him closely. Big Nick Needham fan. His journey, him. I mean, if there's a definition of, quote unquote, I know Omar Kelly kind of alluded to this on Twitter. I saw his post, but if there's literally, if you look up in the Webster's dictionary, the phrase "getting it out the mud," Nick Needham's picture is right there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to come literally from nowhere then they sign him as an undrafted player, cut him, right? Then put him on a practice squad. Then he gets elevated the same year, and he's been on the active 53-man roster ever since. So, hey man, he for his tenure as a Dolphin, hey man, I'm very appreciative of what we got out of Nick Needham. So I wish him nothing but the best, and hopefully, he'll catch on with a team sooner rather than later. But yeah, but I can't say I'm surprised though, because Needham is, he's gotten up in some. He's about, he's a little older player now, and Needham was never had a high athletic upside, right?
Yeah.
So, as we get a little older, we tend to slow down a bit, not as human beings. So, and then he's coming off that Achilles.
The injury, you took
he's coming up.
My mouth.
He's coming off that Achilles injury as well. So I think the Dolphins just wanted to move forward with a younger, more maybe a higher floor, higher ceiling type of players, maybe in Storm Duck, which is why they they opted to move on from him. Obviously, safety invested in Patrick Morris as well. So, but yeah, wish Needham nothing but the best, bro. It's my guy.
That was shocking right there too. EM. 5 safeties. I know. Listen, if you wanted to keep Patrick Morris, that's fine. But I just didn't. I thought maybe the Marcus May move, in my opinion. I thought you were going to keep 4. I kind of thought the 3 we already knew of in Campbell, Poyer, and Holland. I always thought it was between McMorris and May. I didn't see both of them making the roster. That's kind of surprising to me. Keeping 5 safeties.
Yeah, and also McMorris. I mean, he's hurt. I mean, he's walking around in a walking boot right now. So I thought, I knew the Dolphins. I heard that the Dolphins are high on him, right? But he's in a walking boot. So I thought, well, he's a prime candidate to kind of put him on IR and stash him, redshirt him for this year, and then they would ultimately carry 4. But that just tells you the opinion and how high they are on him for him to actually make the 53-man roster. You know what I mean? So that's encouraging for the for the projection of the player, to be honest with you. If their opinion of him at this point, if they think this enough of him to put him on a roster at this point, right? Well, that tells you they've seen, again, we can only lean on what their evaluation is, and apparently he's been making a very good impression on for himself as well.
Do you think there's any concern in the building though? Because when I see 5 safeties, again, it just catches me off guard a little bit. Could it be that maybe some people in the front office or coaches or whatever maybe have some concerns with an older, aging Jordan Poyer that hasn't stayed healthy and a Marcus May that comes with injury concerns as well? Do you think that's why they kept 5?
Well, yeah, that's always a concern, bro. Like, Jordan Poyer, fan of the player, but he's an older player, 33, 34ish, right? And he's up in some age now. And he was dinged up last year, dinged up the year before. So this could be this is definitely a situation where the Dolphins felt like they needed to maybe have a little more depth at that position, a little, add with Patrick Moore. So I get it. I see the approach. I agree with the approach because, hey man, especially considering the last 2 years of this team, we all know how bad we've been hit with injuries. So, and we kind of talked about this too throughout the off season. We felt like a lot of us, you, myself, Tony, as well as others, we all felt like the Dolphins did a much better job in recent years of addressing the depth of at certain positions, linebacker room, cornerback, etc. So I think this is exactly what the Dolphins are doing. They just, again, and it's the approach they should take with 2 veteran players that have injury concerns. The only way you can navigate around injuries, you can't navigate around it. It's part of football, but the only way you can kind of offset the injury situations on anybody's team is you bring quality depth to your roster. So, and I think this is a perfect indication of what the Dolphins did.
Oh, Jesus. I know one.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
Was that Tony?
No, I was saying I know one thing. If we go in here like this with this, it's how it is. Me and Lewis was talking about this offline, but it might be just a little bit more worried. The way this roster is set up now going into the season, as opposed to how I was feeling last season at the beginning of the season. However, I look at the bright side, right? I'm looking at it more as I prefer a start, a little thin with the players, and then they eventually start to get healthy towards the end of the season, and maybe that'll be the difference outcome of the past 2 seasons. So I'm looking at it in that aspect of it. But right now, bro, I'm hoping that they have something up their sleeves as far as addressing that wide receiver room for sure. And bro, like I just.
Well,
give me some.
I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest.
You just touched on it, Tony. Well, real quick, EM. I just want to
go ahead,
Tony. So let me again from what the 53-man roster looks like now. Now things could change going into week 1, but where we are right now, 8:42 Eastern, is this roster better than the 53-man roster from last year?
Defensively, yes. Offensively, that's debatable. Because we have more weapons. Like we have a Jalen Wright on here.
Jonnu Smith
on here. Julian Hill looks more developed. You know what I'm saying? So he improved tremendously.
Tanner Connor too, bro. Don't forget about Tanner Connor. Goddamn it!
Here we go.
Don't forget about Tanner Connor. Y'all been hating on the man all off season. Said the man is trash. He ain't been doing well. Obviously he made enough of an impression.
Well, last time I checked, he made my initial 53-man roster, so I wasn't.
Really? Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up.
I'm with the smoke because you want.
Before I was so rude,
I was waiting. We could go.
I'm glad you brought that initial 53-man roster up, right? Because I got to be honest. Before I was so rudely interrupted by this guy right next to me, right? Hey. I saw this guy on Twitter earlier. He had his bird chest poked out, right? Parading around town, all in the Twitter streets talking about, I guess I was right about a certain cornerback in Cam Smith. Homie. I'm glad you brought that up. So correct me if I'm wrong, right? And again, I could be wrong, but so feel free to. Who? So correct me if I'm wrong. I could have sworn at you guys' initial episode, right? No. When was that? The second episode? The second. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah. It was the second.
Initial.
Yeah, the second episode.
No, the second episode was Tua versus Brian Flores.
Yeah, for sure.
The initial one was the initial episode. You was right. Come on.
Yeah.
So, I could have sworn. Now, again,
Go ahead. I'm
on your initial 53-man roster projection, Tony.
Yes, sir.
I could have sworn you had the Dolphins cutting Cam Smith because of his quote unquote.
That's what I wanted to correct.
Alex, excuse me, Alex, because I know you're gonna keep it 1,000. I know you're gonna keep it.
Yeah. Look,
I know you're gonna call it down the middle, Alex.
Yeah. The minute we touched that topic when we launched this episode, I already had to play this because we already had him.
Got him. We fucking got him.
He was touching over here. I don't know what. No, y'all was talking about last year.
Can I speak?
What happened.
Whenever y'all done.
You've been talking.
Got him.
38 minutes.
So I was trying to figure out when I saw that. Real quick, when I saw the tweet, right? I said, "Bro, he out here really got his bird chest poked out," and I'm like, "Come on, bro, really?" So, I was right. I was right. Man, get at it. Look ahead. The floor is yours, my friend. Go ahead.
So can I? Okay, so let me correct something. First of all, the only person or people, let me say, that had the word "cut" came out their mouth was Em and Alex. Y'all
didn't even say cut. I said you're gonna forget about. You're gonna forget about him.
Your exact words was you're not cutting a second screen. I mean a second round draft pick. That was your exact words. I went back.
That's why exactly, and then I pulled up because of that.
Hold on. My response was I said because of injuries. I didn't say cut. Even if Insanity came and showed her, she said I don't have them either, but it was because of injuries. That's what we were saying. And I said, we're talking about the initial 53-man roster. And when you said, and Lewis said, well, when he come back off, even if he's injured, when he come off the pup list, right, then you're going to move Tanner Connor. I said, well, I wasn't taking into account people that was going to be on pup list because then I would have to bring up the Taj Washingtons of the real. That's what I was focused on. I was focused on the initial 53-man roster. Y'all the ones said,
hold on, watch this, Ian. Hold on, Ian, watch this. So, okay, fine. I'll give you Cam Smith. So you forgot about Isaiah Wynn too when I mentioned him? That look on your face went crazy.
I didn't have him on my roster either. Hold on.
Hey,
you keep making the same.
Dog, it's your boy, man.
Hey, Alex, I want to see foam coming out his mouth, dog. Put your foot on his goddamn neck. I need to see that foam coming out the side of his mouth right now.
You know what I mean?
You're capping right now, Tony. You need to stop. You need to stop.
Whenever y'all let me finish, is Isaiah Wynn on this initial 53-man? Alex, put up the roster since we want to see foam, right?
Said,
no. Yes,
from that episode, you're not talking about the 53 now. You forgot about the two players, and that's okay. Listen, the good thing about this community, brother, is that we hold each other accountable.
I said no.
Right?
No. So then, did y'all have bring up the Taj Washingtons of the world? Was I supposed to bring them up too? Because they were on their IR too. So I'm like, I'm not taking them.
No, but Taj ain't coming off the IR.
It don't matter, but those you would take him, Isaiah Wynn, you would take Cam, OBJ. You would have to take all of them in consideration. I thought OBJ was going to make this. That's why I didn't put him on there because I didn't think he was going to start on the pup. I didn't.
Wow. Hold on. Mike White is already being hosted by the Buffalo Bills. And tell me you're scared without telling me you ain't scared.
Oh, they trying to get some intel, bro. You know what that's about.
Yeah, they're trying to find out about
you already know.
I just want to know when that beautiful championship belt is halfway on their way to Alex's house.
Well,
that's what it looked like to me, dog.
Next day air.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me.
Next day air.
So what I want to get is
you need to go on and overnight that, bro. Go on and overnight that.
I'm glad I got all three of y'all. So somebody pull up because Alex don't want to do it, right? Should I go? Because I can control.
I'm running the whole show, bro. I mean,
hey, Tony, can you read that?
Y'all don't want to do it. I'll do it right now. I got you right now, Alex.
Hey, Tony, can you read? Tony, can you read that comment, Tony, on the screen? Can you read that?
Hold on. Let me switch back to my screen.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh. Hey, real quick. Hey, no.
I can read it.
He's trying to skate, but listen, The skating rink don't open till 10 o'clock, right? And he already got his skates on. He ready to pull up already.
You want to know
He's
what's
trying to
crazy?
skate already, dog.
It's crazy that it take all three of y'all trying to change my runs up to even have a chance.
Hey, we trying to get him up out of here.
I know y'all is because I've been cooking you niggas home.
Did you see what I told Alex early on Twitter? I said, get him up out of here. Get him up out of here.
He's packed. Hey, Lewis, is this how it feels like when everybody's against you and you standing back, but you got your hands up high and you still swinging at them?
That's all. Hey, I'm proud of Tony right now. God damn it! I mean, you still getting your butt whooped right now. You getting your ass whooped, but you fighting back. I'm proud of you, homie.
Well, now it's
this man went out of his way to pull up the screen and everything.
So somebody show me.
I'm telling you, man.
Somebody.
You're muted, Tony. You're muted.
Oh, they got him. They got him.
Somebody show me right here. I got defense right here, right? Wait, hold on. Let's go to the offense first. Can somebody show me where is Isaiah Wynn on this right here offensive line? Because you said I forgot about him. So he has to be somewhere on the 53-man roster, right? So can y'all zoom that in and show me where is he?
We were talking about the guys.
We said initial 53-man roster. I think it says initial 53-man roster at the top.
Lewis,
that's what I think.
Lewis, you know when you get in your ass whoop and you got your big ass eye like that, and you just like, come on, I got it. Come on. Come on.
See, why isn't nobody answering my questions though? I see them.
I'm a good fan. I feel bad for Tony right now.
But Lewis, you just want somebody to be in your shoes.
I feel bad for
but you.
I don't, because the nigga tagged me. Oh, damn, my bad. He tagged me early on Twitter, right? I said, hell no. Get him. Get him.
My initial tweet was about Cam Smith, so I put it to defense. Because somebody show me where's Cam Smith on this initial 53-man roster. If I was wrong, somebody got to show me.
See, here's the thing, though, Tom.
Hold on. Y'all forgot that was my idea. So if y'all didn't understand the assignment,
what was your idea?
Say that to do the 53-man roster.
Wow. What?
So why wasn't I the only one with one?
Wow.
Alex. So when y'all had the night of the show, right? When he was up here and he was talking about he didn't see Cam Smith on initial 53, right? Okay. So when I said because
of injuries.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So when I pulled up, I thought I was crystal clear on what my position was. I made the assumption that you were saying that he was going to be cut and not going to be on the roster. I already said no. Hang on. So when I pulled up and I just pose the question: How are you gonna move on? How are you gonna move on from a second round pick? You didn't, bro. How come you didn't take it upon yourself to correct me? I didn't hear you say one thing talking about. No, I don't remember not one time you saying, "Oh, EM." I'm not talking about cutting. I'm just saying he might be on IR or he's not gonna be on initial 53. I was crystal clear on what my position was. The floor is yours, my friend.
You go back.
Got him. We fucking got him.
Now, if you didn't hear that, sir, then maybe you should go back and watch it. I said, y'all said cut. I never mentioned the word cut.
You said that on the show? You said that on the show?
No. When on the second episode,
okay.
Yes. Hold on. You wasn't on the second episode. The second, I said, y'all said cut. I did. And then when Lewis said, I think Cam Smith is going to make this roster, you replace Tanner Connor. I said, Lewis, injured and all? And he said, yes. I said, I just don't see it. He only practiced 3 times. That was his 3rd time practicing. You're not making the initial 53-man roster with only 3 practices. And then the very next game.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
If we're being honest, if he doesn't get hurt that last game, you're standing here today at 8:53.
No, I admit that I was wrong. I was wrong. Like I said.
No, I know. But I'm saying for me and EM's sake, you're good. Like, you can't say that even if he didn't get hurt prior to when he did, at this time today, if he's not hurt, he's making the team. 100%.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
You were talking about that. You were talking about that because he was hurt.
Hold on, but listen. When they asked me, Alex, you clearly asked me. You say all 3 of y'all going to see.
Didn't mention
Cam Smith. I said no because of injuries. I don't think he makes the 53-man roster. I clearly said that. And Lewis was the one who was like, to my defense, I thought Tony mentioned him. And I said, no, Lewis, I never mentioned Cam Smith.
But you were saying that because at that time he was hurt. And after that episode, he ended up playing and he got hurt again.
He wasn't hurt at that time.
He was hurt. You just said that he was going to be on the PUP or whatever. So that way
don't let up. Don't let up, Alex. Don't let up one bit.
I literally just
I need to see that foam coming out. I need to see that foam, dog. But go ahead, Tom.
He was hurt and then he played. Go ahead, Tony.
I'm gonna let y'all get it off. And now I said it's only his third. Remember, this was leading up to the game. I said that's only his third practice. And then I said, hold on. So now if you want to go direct statement, Alex, you the one said, so you mean the game tomorrow, we looking forward to Cam Smith. I said, of course we looking forward to Cam Smith.
Okay.
So how we looking forward to him in the game?
So let me stop you right there. Lewis and EM just alluded to it. He was hurt when we made the 53. So then we said, I'm counting him being on the pup. Because that's why you didn't mention him. Because if he's not hurt, you're assuming that he's not going to make the 53.
Okay, so I'm gonna repeat it again, so maybe you can understand.
He don't get it. He don't get it.
In that episode, you said so. With all that said, we are looking forward to him playing tomorrow, right? I'm like, of course, and I said, I hope he watched this episode, and I hope he show us something. Remember?
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. So he wasn't injured at that time. I said that was only his third one. So how I wasn't saying that he was injured at the time. I'm saying I don't think he could stay healthy. Period. He had to stay healthy. He hasn't the whole time.
That's all true. That about not staying healthy is all true. But what we were talking about is when you didn't include him in the 53 was because we were assuming his injury. I mean, at least you were assuming. I'm believing because you didn't put him in that 53. Because if he wasn't injured right now, if he would have never got injured after that second game, he would have made the 53. That's all I'm saying. Maybe. What happened?
If he would have stayed healthy, yes, and I agreed with that. But I said I don't think he's going to be healthy. I just don't. He only practiced 3 times. That was my whole time. And when you said
you jinxed the shit out of that, that's crazy. You jinxed the shit out of that. That's nasty work. That's nasty work. You jinxed the shit out of that. Hey, Cam Smith, if you watching, hey, we fuck with you out here, man. Hey, listen, bro.
Hey, real quick. Let me hop in this chat real quick. I know it's early. But hey, man, hey, Lou, hey, man, before somebody ain't paying their bills, dog.
I want to put up chats. Read that one right there, since y'all want to put up comments in chat.
Which one?
Killing all 3 of y'all, one person. Come on, stop.
Yo, Red, White, and Bills. He's not on the floor right now. He just don't know it.
Hey, somebody ain't paying their bills, dog.
Well, no, I see Cap. I first of all, I don't remember whatever bet me and Cap had, but I'm.
What's about this? What's this about, Lewis?
Somebody late on that rent. Goddamn it! Somebody late in the motherfucker.
Was the Red, White, and Bills on y'all team initially? What? Can y'all read that new chat that's coming up there? Y'all had me on the ropes, but I had to hit you with the hey, get off me. The Mayweather, the Philly Shell, get off your boy. It took 3 of y'all.
Mayweather is assuming you didn't get touched. You are bruised up right now. You are bruised up right now.
I'm taking. Listen, I'm just saying. All 3 of y'all can get this Philly Shell. That's all I'm saying, yo.
I want Cap.
Philly Shell's cracked.
I want Cap to kind of remind me of the bet we had, so I can pay up my bet if it's real, right? But
and he gonna put that in the chat too. Goddamn it, he could have DM'd you, dog. Something. That man put that in the chat. Oh, he letting you know. He letting you know. The rent is now due.
He can put up whatever he wants. He can put up whatever he wants. Shout out to Cap for life. The simple fact is, I want to go back to Tony bringing up that first comment from a guy that has never been right since the day I met him.
What about this one?
What about this one? You talking about?
What about this one though? Ignore that then. The one y'all was saying he was on me, right? What about him? I just changed his mind in less than 5 minutes.
That's crazy.
Okay, yeah. Okay, keep it. Yeah. We got more. One more time. Let me get y'all. Can y'all see?
They trying to be nice to you in the chat.
Oh, now they trying to be nice. I ain't being nice to
y'all.
Hey, listen, man. I'm just saying, man. Man, what the world is they talking? All right, cool. See, this is why Pete, come
Hey,
out.
we just had another special guest backstage, but they ended up going back. If you're listening, please come
Oh,
back.
really? Who that is?
Who was it? Oh,
Who
it's
that
only gonna be one
is?
person. It's only gonna be one person. This VIP access up there. It's only
Yeah,
gonna be one
yeah. Yeah. Hey, you got to have it backstage passes.
Hey,
Goddammit.
hey,
Who that is?
the
Pull it
last
up.
2 days.
Yep.
Last 2 days they've been begging for the Blitz pickup to drop the link.
Oh, yeah.
I had to let them know. I had to let them know a little last night, and then today, obviously, I went up for a little bit. I was super busy with work, but I had to let them know. There's we can't drop the link for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
That guy. You mean that guy? Well, hey man. Hey, tuck you. Hey, if it's the guy, if it is who I'm thinking it is, y'all better tuck them chins in, goddamn it, because he known to break a motherfucker's jaw. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Keep them chins tucked in, goddamn it. That's all I gotta say.
I don't know who that person is. Never met him.
Oh, okay. But real quick,
hold on, wait. Before I forget, because I know we really haven't mentioned it, and everybody was excited when we signed them and shit. Are we really gonna let OBJ off the hook, having all this whole offseason, being injured and all that? He was doing wind sprints on the other side, full 100s. Tony and I saw it. Are we really gonna let him off the hook? I mean, this was supposed to be the guy that, if anything, was never gonna be covered, and now you're gonna miss the first 4 games. And I mean, I don't know, man. I think we're not talking about that enough, and worrying too much about who we're gonna go get. We got somebody in the building who ain't really showing them. What do we think about that?
Let me take this one first, right? Because
go put that back up. Go to put that back up. Who is that? JR Black. Hey man. Don't let Fred see that shit. Hey, you better hope Fred ain't in the chat, JR Black, because that man, I'm telling you, once you see that, oh, you know it's up, goddammit. You already know.
Well,
you better stay away from Jersey, motherfucker. Yeah.
I'm not worried about none of that.
Stay away from that boardwalk. Go ahead, Luke. My bad.
I'll say this, though, right? And again, I'm not trying to take a shot at Chop Robinson here. I think it, again, you can't go wrong with the pick, bro, right? But I know I was saying before the draft process, my guy was Brian Thomas Jr., right?
Amen.
Everybody was telling me no, blah, blah, blah. Then to Alex's point, when we signed OBJ, everybody was like, hey, man, we found our thing. And again, I do think OBJ can and will be productive when he gets on the field. The problem is when. And now we kind of know when that is. It's going to be what, week 7, maybe week 8 of the season?
Maybe, possibly.
No, he'll be back by the. He'll be back on week. He's only out for he's only
he's off for the first 4 weeks. Mike
so he's gonna be
We got the Patriots in week 5 and then a bye week. So maybe
I was gonna say he's right back before the bye.
Yeah. Well, but Mike McDaniel has came out and said without really practice time, he's not putting players out there. It's hard for me to believe that OBJ is going to be practicing like that. So I'm saying, yeah, it's cool. You can make it seem like he'll be ready for New England week 5. I doubt that either. I think it would be not playing after week 5 against New England. The bye week, the earliest you see him, in my opinion, is week 7. And all I'm saying is, right, that you got a young kid that you could have drafted on. And again, the 1-year deal and the amount of money we got for OBJ, no one is mad at that. But you could have had the same kind of deal, though, right, for a rookie receiver and had him under control for the next 5 years.
Well,
because Tyreek is only here for how much longer?
I'm not saying you're completely off base. With your take, Lucas. When the draft, on draft day, we kind of went back and forth about, prior to the draft, we kind of would go back and forth about what the possibilities would be at 21, either going wide receiver, edge, etc. But I think what you're not taking into account enough, again, I want to we talked about this months ago. Yeah, they brought in Odell Beckham, right? But I looked at not only Odell, but I looked at Jonnu Smith as a package deal because the Dolphins, I think, again, according to reports, they knew that Odell wasn't going to be ready for the start of the season anyway. They knew that at the day they signed him, allegedly, right? So the Dolphins, in the grand scheme of things, with the overall application, they were just looking for a solid third option for Tua, right? And combining that with the, obviously with the run game. Also, I think the running back room is, especially in the first 4 weeks, they're going to be relied upon a little more than what we've seen previously in the passing game. So yeah, that you can say that now. With Odell, not he's on IR for the first 4 weeks, but again, don't forget about Jonnu Smith, bro. That was a package deal. The Dolphins were trying to remedy that legitimate third option, right? That was a package deal with Jonnu Smith. It wasn't just Odell, but it was also Jonnu Smith, bro.
And absolutely, I agree with you, right? Just like I agreed with you when we talked about it. The simple fact is, though, you're talking to me about a package deal that is a 1-year deal when I look at another deal that is a package deal for the next 5. So at the end of the day, I'm looking for sustained success. I get it.
But that wasn't the most pressing need at that time. And you can make an argument.
I agree. And I agree with that.
So again, you know what my position was then. That hasn't changed, right? Now I can understand why people are a little, and I'm somewhat frustrated too because obviously at the time of the signing of Odell, I did not know the expectation was that he wasn't going to be available for the start of the season. But that's fine. Listen, I am a little frustrated with Odell.
Did anybody know that Odell had a off-season procedure?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Nobody spoke of
that. Because that's what came out today. I seen a report that the Dolphins kind of knew that there was an off-season procedure, but I didn't know nothing about that. This is the first time I'm hearing.
They didn't have to make that public. They didn't have to disclose any of that information. But real quick, y'all, before y'all jump in there, we got.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just
building, bro. Like, can y'all?
Oh
slow down?
My bad. Goddamn it, my bad.
Proper respect in here. Like, what we doing?
Oh, absolutely. Bro?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, what's good? Insanity, what's good?
How you doing, King? How you doing, EM?
I am good. I'm
Lewis,
Gucci, darling.
It's good to see you made it out of the body bag since the last time I was on here.
Oh.
That's my guy.
Oh,
they trying to get me. They trying to get me, but he stayed home.
Insanity. That's what we're doing. Insanity. That's what we're doing already.
Lewis. Lewis, we cool. We cool. Listen, Lewis is one of my favorites. I wouldn't necessarily be doing this with Lewis. See, here's the thing: the rabid Dolphin fan is one of my favorites. Lewis,
who is a rabid Dolphin fan? Who is that? Rabid Dolphin? What is that?
I don't know.
Who?
What the hell is the rabid dolphin? What the hell is that? I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Sound like a cartoon or some shit. But go ahead.
Finsanity, when you talk about me to EM, just say Boogeyman. He recognizes the Boogeyman when referring to me. You know what I'm saying?
Hi, Tony. I cannot not say hi to Tony. Hi, Tony. I said hi to everybody. Hi, Tony. How are you?
Shout out. You say the best for last. We understand. Good. I understand what you're doing. It's all good.
Not necessarily. Listen, I made it known.
We know I just fought all
Yeah.
I'm coming for that belt. I know it's not going to be easy. Yes, that right there.
Finsanity, that shit is on the way out tomorrow.
That's getting overnighted. That's getting overnighted.
Three of y'all tried, and the chat spoken, bro. I fought up out of that. Y'all thought y'all had me cornered, but
the chat is nice. I told you, man. The chat is nice. They ain't gonna put you down like that.
Nice, but when they was on y'all side, they were speaking of facts, though, right? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Stop cutting off. Go ahead, Finsanity.
What we talking about?
Well, do you have any surprises? Either surprise cuts or surprise people that made the roster?
No. I do remember I was the only one that said Jeff Wilson would be in this running back room.
Well, everybody want to start something now.
Oh,
I gotta fight out of this bag too, right?
She flexing early. Okay. All right. I love it.
I have a certain individual that you left off your 53-man roster. Can we get into that one?
Who?
DeMo Camara.
Who?
Mo Camara?
I left Mo off?
Yes, you did.
It ain't so. It ain't so.
Recorded. You said, I see where you're going. You know, you've been at training camp. So I'll trust your eyes.
You know what?
Right.
I gotta repost the pictures of it.
Go ahead.
You got the receipts
right now.
Please put up the receipts up.
You know what? Because listen, I'm gonna be
But you did have
Let me see. I got my notebook right here.
Go ahead.
Hold up.
Oh, she got the notebook out. Oh,
you better not be lying. You better not be lying on her, Tony.
At least somebody can prepare.
Put them facts on his ass for Saturday. Get him. Put them facts on him.
I need some help. Are we gonna wait, or y'all gonna keep talking? We gonna continue?
Hang on. Give us some time. Hey.
Give it a second. Hey, we ain't moving on to
She going for the kill shot. She going for the kill shot. So give her a little time to get all the ducks in a row.
I'm like Nino in the Matrix, so you know it ain't no kill shot. Go ahead.
You know what?
Right.
So boom. Ah man. Listen, I'm gonna say this, okay? From where it is written, I would say that it is more than likely, and I'm going to be honest, that I did not initially have him. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be honest.
And the Philly shell works again.
Damn, so I gotta ask you. You really
he went to finish glasses. Y'all get up off your boy though. At this point, I don't know what y'all both were on that day. They was waiting. that was the biggest doom. Like this was the goddamn plot twist, and everybody was silent.
I guess we just couldn't. I guess we just couldn't flip on picture right here.
How did I not have a guy from New Jersey? Like I feel like just on principle alone, I would have had him just because he's from New Jersey. But I think when we did this, he hadn't gotten much playing time, and I hadn't seen him or heard too much about him in training camp. Like I said, when Tony said, I'm going to trust your eyes, I did say that a lot that stream because I was not at training camp, and all I had to go off of was what people were saying in spaces and what the beat reporters were tweeting and the YouTube content creators, and there wasn't that much Mo Camara propaganda out there. Now, if we would have did one, after the fact, after game 2, I probably would have had him on there.
Hey, Lewis, since you've been trying to take my belt the whole time you've been up, can I get one of them aprons though? I've been up here cooking for 4 episodes straight. Can you at least just?
I just need to know. You even got a next day. I need to know what he's cooking because I don't know what he's cooking. So
I'm trying to figure that out too, dog.
Yeah, well, I know.
I don't know. Maybe you know something or
I don't know nothing. I don't know a goddamn thing. I don't know what he's talking about.
Why y'all don't know? Because you have to be conscious and understand what I'm cooking. And all y'all unconscious right now, baby. So I don't expect y'all to understand what I'm cooking.
Hold on. Fincenti, to catch up with the crime scene that was happening for the past 45 minutes, go ahead and scroll down the chat right there so you can see. The chat is undefeated. They don't lie.
I'm quite sure they started on y'all side, but when I did like this here, they were like, "Oh, that fight was serious."
I don't think they.
I didn't know you had that bag like that.
I don't think they came in.
Community LLC, yes sir.
I don't think they came and picked that body up yet. I think the body's still laying out there.
If you learn anything from this episode, stop going against me, bro.
Hey, Tony, you talking about one of these aprons, Tony? Is that what you're talking
about? Yes, sir. Send that here. Send that over here,
oh, man. That is hilarious.
Is it this one right here?
That cooking for I knew you got a next day add to me.
Oh, man.
PS ground will be out here. It'll suffice for me. I just want one of those.
That is hilarious.
But
yeah.
Other than what you thought about the only keeping 4 receivers for Sunday?
Desperate times calls for desperate measures. This is obviously an indictment on a lot of the injuries that we had to that wide receiver room, and I don't think that they were just going to force their hand. I think they're going to go with what they have. And when guys are ready to come back, there will be a space for them. It won't have to be too messy or murky or whatever. It'll be a smooth transition with, I guess, probably some of the defenders we don't expect to be, we didn't expect to be here to be, put on the practice squad, have you. And I think that's just what it is. I don't think they want to have someone on this roster or just carry a fifth person just to say we have a fifth person. I don't think any of the other guys that, were not put on this roster showed anything in training camp other than drop balls, inadequate route running skills. So yeah, we're not going to reward below mediocrity, and I appreciate that. So that's my feeling on just carrying forward. It is what it is. It's going to be a tough situation, but hopefully these these 11 play drives work out to our benefit, and but we gonna see.
We hold on, we ain't carrying mediocrity, but we got Tanner Connor on the 53-man roster.
Well, I'm glad you.
He said wide receiver.
But I'm glad you brought that up, Lou. I was going to ask her. I was going to pose a question to Finsanity.
Said wide receiver.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Finsanity.
I said in the wide receiver room. Wide receiver.
Well, do you think more like with the Tanner Connor, him being on the initial 53, do you think that's more of an indication of, okay, there could be somewhat of a philosophical change in terms of like personnel groupings, like maybe we might see more 12 and maybe 22 personnel, or Tanner Connor, we all know he's a converted wide receiver. He's he's considered one of those bigger, more physical wide receivers. He played, wide receiver in college. So do you think do you think it's a combination of both, or it was are you leaning towards more, one or the other?
I'm leaning more towards what Raheem said. Like it's going to be a more run heavy system. So yeah, we're going to go to 12 and 22, and it is what it is. We got to survive this wave of injuries within our wide receiving room. So what's the best way to do that? Go to your next best position group and run that ball. You got HN, you got Mostert, Jeff Wilson. So one thing that Mike McDaniel is known for is his run game scheme. And if we got to lean on that in the beginning of the season, I'm here for it. And if Tanner Connor has to be one of those guys we cut when one of the wide receivers is ready to go, I'm here for that too. But yeah, absolutely. Right now, the philosophical change has to be there. Tua will get his chances. And of course, there will be big plays to be made to Waddle and Tyreek. You can never, truly take them out of the game. But it does go back to what, they said earlier. We want to have longer sustained drives. And granted, we may have home run hitting running backs, but at the same time, it does shorten up the game when you can have that clock running and you can say, you know what, we're going to outscore you, we're going to out physical you. Go ahead and try to stop this. We're going to play some bully ball on the offensive side of the ball. And I would love to see that type of, smash mouth play from the Miami Dolphins for once, right? That's the stuff you do carry in to late in the season. So right now, one of our position groups is hurting, so the other ones have to pick up the slack.
Yeah, but this is what. And again, I agree with you. But the way they're going about it, the approach, I don't agree with, because when you just said one thing you said, and Ian brought up 12 and 22 personnel, which I agree. I think they want to go there, but then why don't you acknowledge it and fix the O-line, your interior O-line? Because when you sit here and you try to feed me that Tanner Connor is going to make this roster because of the physicality, bro, he's not bringing no physicality from a blocking standpoint.
Well,
he's not bringing that.
Well, one thing about they think they fixed their O-line, Lou. We might not agree with it, but they think it's not like they didn't bring in, they didn't supplement the O-line, bro. They made a distance and they felt like that's going to be sufficient enough.
And that's fine. But when you look at the additions, and I'm talking the great football minds up here, like the Finsanities, like you, EM, Alex, not so much Tony, but again, I that's my homie.
I would absolutely approve that message, but go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
At the end of the day, bro, Jack Driscoll, as much as we like him, he's not bringing a physicality to the game. He's athletic, right? Like he's athletic. He's good in space and stuff, but don't try to feed me from a physicality standpoint. That man's not Robert Hunt, bro.
Well, no, I don't think he is, but
Tanner Connor as well. He doesn't bring you're not putting him in line and saying that's the guy we're running behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to.
Well, he's improved a lot. He's improved tremendously as a blocker, bro.
How often do you think you're going to see him on the field, Lou? And my thing is like this: what gaps do we primarily run through?
Well,
again,
inside and outside zone. So it depends on how
we
the
won
game
both.
feeling.
Absolutely.
But here's the thing, though. Like, I think I can see a package to where you could see possibly Jonnu as well as Tanner Connor in a 12 personnel application, right? Because the defense has if you come out and you see that personnel group on the field, that D coordinator's got a decision to make. Well, do I go lighter in terms of, do I go sub and bring that that nickel back on the field, or do I stay heavy? If you stay heavy, right? If the Dolphins opt to pass in a situation like that, well, Jonnu Smith as well as Tanner Connor are an absolute nightmare matched up with a linebacker or a safety, either one of them, right? So I can see the personnel groupings chess match potentially, right? And again, you might not feel he might not be the most imposing blocker, but Tanner Connor has improved, right? I think he's going to be a serviceable blocker, and that's really all you need him to be. So again, if the defense has to, and I think you're going to see that again potentially, right? When that personnel group is on the field and the defense opts to go light and they go sub, they bring in nickel and dime packages to match up with Jonnu Smith as well as potentially Tanner Connor. Well, again, I like that matchup with those two in a run format, like, matched up against a lighter front or a lighter package or personnel grouping. So just don't think
So do you think Tanner Connor is getting more snaps than Julian Hill? Like if we're lined up in
no. I said a package. I said package. I said a package. I didn't say he was going to get 90% of the snap count. No, I'm saying I can see the vision why he's on a roster. Now again, keep in mind, exactly. Keep in mind he's the fourth. Again, I'm just trying to present why they made the move to you, Lou, because you seem to be the most vocal against as to why Tanner Connor's on a roster.
Isn't Durham Smythe still on this team? Or
yeah, Smythe.
No, absolutely.
Absolutely. Julian Hill, this is what I'm just saying, right? When I look at the Tanner Connor, I get what you and Insanity are saying. I'm not even saying you're wrong. But when I look, we cut Eric Ezukanma. It's because of injury concerns, right? He can never stay healthy. He's shown flashes when he's on the field. He just can't stay healthy. We're taking a chance on Tanner Connor, though? Is that what you're telling me? Because when I look at it, we got three comparable tight ends in Julian Hill, Durham Smythe, and Jonnu Smith. We kept a fourth tight end when we only got four wide receivers. Like, if I'm betting on the upside, I'm just saying my upside, my bet, I would have put on Eric Ezukanma instead of Tanner Connor.
Well, I think temporarily. Now, again, I do think a move is coming, right? But for the sake of argument, let's just say they don't make a move. Well, you can flex Jonnu Smith outside, you can flex Tanner Connor outside, right? To be that big body, to take with the dismissal of Eric Ezukanma. Again, we talked about it. The profile that he has, they don't have that in that wide receiver room now. But if you flex Jonnu Smith, you flex either Tanner Connor, either one of them out, right? In that, as a pass catcher, well, their profiles are very similar to what Eric Ezukanma brings. So you've got options there. You
know what the difference is too, EM?
And about to be nasty. I'm sorry, Alex, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. You good. And I agree. And I think one thing that, Tony and I and the people in the chat that have been at the practices have seen is what other tight end, comes to mind that's running end arounds. You know what I'm saying? I think we're pretty comfortable. I think Mike McDaniel is pretty comfortable having Jonnu Smith as more of, that receiving always on the field for that fact that he can do it all pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not the best blocker in the world, but he's going to block. He has hands. He has speed. You know what I'm saying? So he brings that different dimension. And that seam, once OBJ comes back, hopefully he does, that seam is going to be open for days because there's not a linebacker, unless you're talking about like a Jordan Brooks that we have, is going to cover him. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's also why, at least for now, he's comfortable with it.
Keep in mind, this is a 50-catch, almost, a 600-yard pass catcher. That's what he was in Atlanta last year. Keep in mind. We shouldn't lose sight of that. So I'm just saying.
Sure. And also, he didn't really get that much run too because they had to feed Kyle Pitts. So if anything, he's going to be utilized properly here, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and again, I'm not saying we could be sitting here mid-season, get to that stretch run, and in terms of the conversation with OBJ and Jonnu Smith, we could be having that conversation here a month from now, saying that damn, we all thought OBJ was going to be the most impactful, right? Free agent signing that we had in the offseason. That might turn out to be fucking Jonnu Smith. I'm just saying.
Could
That's
be.
true.
But real quick, I wanted to point this out before we wrap it up. We about to wrap it up in about 5 more minutes. So we asked y'all to get us to 200 before we get off stream, and I just checked it right now. Y'all got us to 207. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody.
Hey, salute to everybody. And y'all get them likes up. Don't forget to get them likes up. Goddamn it, get them up. Salute to y'all.
Yeah, so we really appreciate that. But yeah, man. I mean, we good. We have 46 live. We got 48 live, 46 likes, 47 likes. We good. Good ratio. But yeah, bro. So Alex, next show, what's up?
Real quick, this one thing, because I didn't ask earlier, and this is a topic I wanted to bring up, and we'll cut it after this. Is there anybody that you're really banging on the table for now that all these cuts are out, or is that something that we haven't done enough research yet because it's too early? But I mean, is there anybody that anybody has in mind, like that you're pounding the table for, whether it be an interior lineman, whether it be a wide receiver that you thought? I know Lewis brought up Terrence Brown Jr. I know Tim Patrick obviously now signed to the Lions, so he's gone, but he's another big body. But is there anybody, and feel free, whoever to go first, that you're banging the table for?
It's a little too early for me. I need to, like I said, I really had it not only following the Dolphins but league wide. So it's a little too early for me. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Insanity.
No, it's the same. Pretty much been working all day, then created a little something. So been working on some content and stuff. So I'll definitely have something tomorrow, and by this weekend we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Chill out. I'm talking about personnel.
Are we dropping any nuggets there? I mean,
You know what? I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you, bro. I'm gonna send you something
That's what's up. That's what's up.
All right.
For sure. Hey, well, listen, man, I want to thank everybody. Like I said, the chat isn't defeated always. Thank you, EM. Thank you for Insanity for pulling up. Lewis and Tony, you already know what's up. It's the Blitz Pickup. Catch us right now on Thursday at 8 p.m. is the next one. So we'll see y'all there.
Hey, man, salute. Y'all be safe out there.
Peace.
Till next time, baby.